Alright guys, this is the TO show, the weekly special, and this week's special is this is part one of my family heritage. This part is the Irish part of my family, the O'Sheas. Basically where do I begin? Well, basically I'm doing the parts because I have a time limit on this YouTube video, like certain amount of minutes, like I can't really do all that all the time. So anyway, the O'Shea part. My great grandfather, who was the first O'Shea to come to America, Patrick O'Shea, was born in County Cork, Ireland, probably around like the 1880s or something like that. And basically like in County Cork, and he joined the British Royal Navy when he was basically like a teenage kid, like so basically like when he was in junior high or supposed to be like a junior high kid. Just think a junior high kid joining today, like the Army or the Navy, basically. That's kind of something neat. Anyway, he joined the Royal British Navy, and he went to places like in 1901, there was a Chinese Boxer Rebellion in China, which, and all the foreign nations, so like all the Western powers like America, Britain, France, Germany, Austria-Hungary, which is like an empire at the time, Russia, and even Japan sent an army to quell this rebellion, and they did it successfully, like with one single stroke. And he also like served colonial in India and places like in the Middle East. And then World War One came around, and he was in the British Navy too, on the ship called the HMS Orlando, and that is an actual ship. I actually looked it up. It is an actual ship. And he served, like, he was in the battles, like the Battle of Jutland was like a really big World War One naval battle, which some historians are unsure that like whoever won that battle, basically both sides took huge losses. Anyway, after World War One, he was kind of getting tired of being in the British Royal Navy, and I wouldn't blame him. Like, that was a really hard life for someone in the British Royal Navy, especially when he was an Irish Catholic in a English Protestant military, basically, and you know, the Catholics and the Protestants, huge rivalry in the Christian faith. So basically, he decided he was going to desert. Basically, when the ship landed in Canada and it left, he never got back on. He snuck into the United States through the Canadian border. And once he got in there to the United States after World War One, he got a job as a glass making and stuff. I think either in Chicago or Minnesota. I'm not really sure. But anyway, he had, I don't know how many girls, but he had two sons, which is my grandpa and my great grandpa. And my great granduncle, John and Howard O'Shea. Anyway, not fun fact to know, my grandpa was basically a boxer who was earning money before World War II came around, and both him and his brother Howard, which we call or my relatives call Howie, Uncle Howie, joined up and fought in the U.S. Army. My grandpa was a bomber pilot in the U.S. Army Air Force, which there wasn't an Air Force branch at the time until after World War II. So basically it was just part of the Army. And so he flew missions over Nazi Germany in a B-17 plane, which is the plane he would have been flying. It was a bomber pilot, and it was pretty historic in World War II. And then my granduncle, Howie O'Shea, was a paratrooper with the 101st Airborne, who jumped into Normandy, jumped into Holland, and fought to defend Bastogne, even though that city didn't fall to the Germans, and that was the turning point of the battle, he was captured at that battle and served as a POW until like a few months later when the war ended in Europe and Nazi Germany was defeated. And so after the war, after both Germany and Japan were defeated, my grandpa went back to the United States. He married, and he had my relatives. First, my Uncle Tom, who I'm named after my dad, Jim O'Shea, and my aunt Mare, or her name Marianne, we call her Mare, and then my aunt Peg, and then Uncle Dennis. And my dad was a athlete in high school. Like he played football, wrestled, and I think he did play baseball too. I'm not really sure, and stuff like that. And after that, he became a really good police officer for years. Then they met my mom. He met my mom, and then had kids, including me, and rest is history. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Next week will be part 2, which is like the Hohenlohe, my German side of the family. And the song I pick is "The Old Triangle," which is a song by Dropkick Murphys. It's an old folk song, Irish folk song, and this is done by my favorite band from the Boston area, Irish American band, the Dropkick Murphys. So enjoy, guys.